if you saw our first conversation with Bobby Cormier from the RealReal, we covered their big move from being an online only to opening up retail locations nationwide and what that meant for their security solution. Now, Bobby's back in this episode of Mastery Extended to break down the return on investment they're seeing from the Alta solution. So let's dive back in. Bobby, if you can take us back a bit, you mentioned it was cost effective and looking at that cost comparison, right? So can you walk us a bit on really what stood out when you did that ROI calculation? What were some of the benefits that you weren't expecting and things that came out of it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So it was definitely a shocker for me. So when, in a good way. So when we opened the Miami store and Houston store, we were kind of already in Q4, had already kind of finalized what our 2025 AOP or operating budget was going to be for this fiscal year. So going into this year, we had our Summit, New Jersey store that we opened a few months ago. So we were able to open with Motorola Alta in that store because it was a new build. But where I was kind of pigeonholed was, okay, how can I convert and get all my stores over to this platform? So going through this very quickly, what we were able to see is from a CapEx side, so the capital that it would cost me to open the stores was marginally more than what my existing platform was. But on my operating expense side, which really is what I'm worried about at the end of the day, or what kind of keeps me up at night, is how am I to control my ongoing monthly expenses, yearly expenses. And I was astonished with when I did an ROI and proof of concept, is that really the Motorola Alta within 9 months pays off its entire self on a 3-year ROI. It pays for itself in 9 months. And that's not just opening a new store, that's me converting all of my stores with new equipment, with these cloud converters. And within 9 months, it's gonna save me about 65% over my current solution provider. And so breaking that out, we only have about 18 stores, so 16 retail stores and 2 LCO offices. Converting over those 18 locations with about between 18 and 22 cameras in each location on a 3-year basis, I'm going to save about $300,000 in operating expense. So for me, saving money, better product, much more user-friendly, aesthetics-wise, the people of Motorola was really kind of an all-in package for me, and why I decided to move forward and actually actively in the process of converting everything over the next few weeks here.
Great to hear that you obviously have some Alta cameras, but you also got some cloud connectors to convert things over. You mentioned cameras a lot, and of course security today is no longer just about cameras, but IT and physical security are starting to blend, right? So how is that conversion actually showing up when it comes to the RealReal, and how does Alta help you handle it?
For my IT teams, it's been a seamless transition. So as we're setting up the infrastructure, it's almost like a plug and play. I presented this solution to my IT teams as well as my InfoSec teams to do all the different tech governance stuff. It was a no-brainer. Easy integration, easy setup. As we mentioned, the cloud converters with all my existing equipment, plug those in and we were live within 30 minutes of sending the tech on site. So the integration's there, the ease of use is there, and something is seamless transition for us.
End it off here, if you had one piece of advice for someone currently, let's say considering a new security solution, what advice would you give?
For me, the thing I value the most, again, as I talked about a little bit earlier, is like relationships. So if something is going wrong, if I need to get something done quicker than maybe normal or a one-off, I know there's people at Motorola I can call and I can count on in order to get me that service that I need. And just trust your peers. So reaching out to your networks, every single person I've talked to who I've said I'm on this journey with Motorola Alta converting over is like, oh my God, I've been thinking about it, or let me know how it is type thing, or hey, we already use it and this is why it's so great. So I think I'm big on those relationships, and I think that's what you're going to kind of get when you sign up Motorola, and especially the Alta platform.
That's a wrap for today's episode of Mastery Extended. We loved having you with us and hope you picked up something valuable. So do hit that subscribe button and share this episode with someone who would enjoy it.